Okay, so tell us who you guys are and how you guys got here and why you're occupying Wall Street.
My name is Nicola, and I got here through Craigslist rideshare. Actually helped a disabled woman drive up here, so did the driving for her. And we're here really just to network with people and meet new people who are also interested in liberty ideas, and just support everybody that's down here.
Vita again, and basically what she said.
So, what do you think about what you've seen so far?
Lots of people out, which is good. Lots of varying viewpoints, as I'm sure you've seen with other interviews. Lots of different signs, informational signs. There was one on the far side over there that was discussing the average income of the average worker compared to the income of the average CEO being much greater than in other countries. I think 475 to 1 in the US compared to 20 to 1 in most other places.
And so, what do you think about that?
Well, obviously that's a problem when you consider the huge imbalance there, and especially when you add the fact of how they're using those resources to control the government to further use force against innocent, peaceful people.
So, where do you find solidarity with the folks that are here occupying Wall Street?
Well, we can all agree that the issue at hand for this occupation and the other occupations around the world is the corporate greed and influence in government. Along with that, there's lots of other issues such as ending the Federal Reserve, marijuana prohibition. My mind just died right there.
So, corporate greed, I've heard that a lot. Tell me, what is corporate greed?
I see it as a lot of the CEOs and the management screwing over the working class through different benefits issues, opposing unions, which, albeit status unions are not a good alternative, I much prefer the wobblies, which are anti-status and actually care about people and wanting to help people, as opposed to the average union today, which is enforced by government violence. But regardless, the corporations and the union bosses are working together to screw over the employees and members of those unions on a daily basis with different concessions in the workplace.
So let's talk about the community here, as far as like the mutual aid, the different committees that are happening, and what do you think about all that?
Well, there's a large list of committees that I can't remember off the top of my head, at least 10 or so. They're all voluntarily joined. They have daily meetings. There's a schedule at the welcome booth on the far side, and they get together and help with things like security, which is more about actual security and protecting people than about the various self-policing things to protect the protesters from having the cops interfere due to other silly laws such as marijuana prohibition and open containers and whatever else, sanitation, etc. Sanitation committees, food committees to provide food. There's $40,000 that was donated to a general fund, as well as food every day. When I was on Twitter, not here, I often saw cases of, hey, don't donate any more pizzas, we have too many, or don't donate too many apples, we have too many. Donate some of this instead.
And like you said, it's all done voluntarily.
Yes.
So, what are your plans? You guys arrived today, so how long are you going to stay? I mean, what are you going to do here?
I don't like to do any concrete plans. I like to keep things up in the air, but I plan to stay here for a few weeks. We've discussed getting some lighters and cigarettes together, as those tend to be wanted supplies in this area, and providing those for donation due to laws prohibiting sale. We've also today spent some time with another activist printing out and copying various agoist or anarchist materials to provide alternative ideas to people here. There tends to not be much representation of that kind, despite there being a good 10 or so individualist anarchist perspective here. And so providing at least alternative ideas to various people to consider while they're waiting here, I think is a good first step forward.
You have any questions, Johnson?
No. It's alright.
So, anything else you guys want to talk about?
If you don't know about agorism already and you're watching Talley TV, you should definitely get on that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why are you a fan, both of you, why are you fans of agorism?
Because I see it as providing a way to actually help people. The state sows the seeds of its own destruction. Everything it does, as tyrannical as it is, builds the people against it. You see the 99% gathering here in opposition to corporations. There will come a day when they're realizing the government is just as bad, regardless of whether corporate interests have money and control over it, because whoever controls the politics and the power is going to commit evil, whether it's corporations controlling it or somebody else.
government is the biggest corporation.
And the government gives corporations their power in the first place. They're really the same thing at this point. If you look at Obama's top staff, they're interchanging between undersecretaries of Treasury or whatever other departments and various executive staff on corporations.
Monsanto
being one.
Do you guys see a lot of support for the state with this, the people that are occupying Wall Street?
Unfortunately, a little bit too much. People still haven't realized that the system isn't broken. It was designed this way. It was designed to put some people ahead of other people and, you know, just to control people. It wasn't made for the better good or...
Absolutely with what she said, but at the same time, when you have people from various perspectives agreeing on this one common ground, it allows a great opportunity for people from one perspective and another to share their ideas back and forth and learn and teach from each other and hopefully grow as a whole through time. I think there's a lot we could learn from other people here in forms of organization, but there's a lot they could learn from us in terms of other ideas of organization.
So I've got a question along those lines for, you know, the Liberty insiders, I guess. How would you compare so far what you've seen here to, say, like Porcupine Freedom Festival or Liberty Forum? What ideas do you think we could take away from here? And, you know, like, what do you think would best benefit our Liberty movement? You know, like...
Unfortunately, I've only been here a day, so I haven't had a chance to have those experiences.
Okay.
However, I do feel a lot more free at Porcupine Freedom Festival, so if you're watching this, you should consider going.
Right.
So where can people find out about what you guys are up to? You have a Twitter account?
I have a Facebook account with my name, Ethan Lee Vita, V-I-T-A, as well as Twitter, which updates much more frequently than Facebook because Facebook is a major fail.
Okay, and then what's your Twitter account?
Same thing with the name, twitter.com/Ethan Lee Vita, V-I-T-A, V as in victory, and T as in... What's a T word?
Tyranny!
Tyranny!
And how about you? Are you going to be updating?
I'm on
Tyranny.
both Facebook and Twitter with the URL /Nicola Doula, D-O-U-L-A.
Well, guys, thanks so much for being out here, and I'm going to be following what you're doing. Anything else you want to add?
Nothing's coming to mind. Go to
Google
Porkfest.
Voluntaryism.
Voluntaryism, Porkfest, egoism. If you haven't heard of these topics already on Talley TV, you're really not paying attention.
We'll leave it right there. Great, guys.